Welcome to the Host Fadi tutorial on how to edit your gallery page. Upon logging into your website and being greeted with the dashboard, we will now use our mouse cursor to find the section titled Pages, and hovering over it, we will select All Pages. This will now take us to a page where we can view all the available pages on the website. Again, we will use our mouse to find the page titled Gallery, and when hovering over, we have the options to edit, quick edit, trash, view, or edit with Elementor. Please note we will select edit with Elementor as that is the page builder we are using. As you can see, our internet has dipped a little bit and the page is taking a little bit longer to load. Once the page is loaded, again we will take our mouse and we will navigate around the website. As you can see, moving around, sections will be highlighted in a blue border. Excuse me. We will start with the top section. By clicking the Edit section, a window on our left will appear. Here we are able to stretch this section, change the content width, edit the column gaps, the height, vertical alignment, the overflow, and so forth. Moving on to the style of the section, we are able to add a background as well as a color or an image. We're also able to add an overlay to the background as well as a border, shape divider, to edit the typography, and so forth. I will now show you how we will add a background overlay to this section. First, we will choose what kind of background we want. We will choose a classic. Next, we can choose to upload an image as a background by selecting the plus. This will now open our media library. We'll be able to choose an image that is already loaded on the website. For example, I will choose this image and select Insert Media. As you can see, it has now inserted that image as a background for this entire section. Moving forward, we can change the position of the image. We will set this to center. Next, we will change the repeatment to no repeat so that the image is only showed once. And we will change the size as well. As you can see, we can fiddle with these to get the best fitting image. I will now remove this image as it is not what we require. By hitting the little trash icon, we have removed that image. Moving forward, we are able to add a border to the section. By selecting the border type as solid, you can see a border has now appeared in the section. We can also change the border style, as well as the width, the color, and the border radius. We will now disable the border and carry on. Lastly, we are able to edit the shape divider. This adds an image either to the top or the bottom of the section. As you can see, we have selected drops and we have made the color red. We will now remove this. Lastly, in the style section, we can do the typography. Please note you will not need to fiddle with this as we will tackle it in another section. Moving on to the Advanced tab, we're able to edit the margin and the padding of the section. Now that we are done with the section, we will move on to the next, which will be the column. As you can see, by clicking Edit Column, again we have the bar on our left appear. With the same settings for the layout, we're able to edit the vertical alignment, horizontal alignment, and so forth. In the Style section, we're able to add a background, border, as well as edit any typography in this column. Lastly, in the Advanced section, we have our margin, our padding, and so forth. We're also able to add attributes, motion effects, and responsiveness. Please note you will not be required to do anything here, as this is for more in-depth development. Moving away from the column, we will now start on our widgets. As you can see, we have a heading widget there, we have a divider widget there, and then I believe this is a basic gallery. Yes. So we will start with the heading widget. Clicking on the Edit button and moving to the bar on the left hand side, we are able to change the title to anything we desire. We're also able to add a link, change the style, and set the alignment for the heading, moving it left or putting it in the center. Next, in the Style section, we're able to edit the color of the text. I will put it back to black, as well as the typography. In here we are able to change the font, the size, as you can see, the weight, transform it, in other words make it capitalized, lowercase, and so forth. We also can style the text and add a direct decoration. Moving on, we have a text shadow. You can see if we add a text shadow, it will start to appear below the text. I will now reset that back to default and we will continue to the advanced section. As you can see, we have currently got no margin, but we have a top padding of 30. If I was to remove this, you can see the title has jumped up. This is not acceptable as it is too close to the top, so we will insert the 30 again. Moving on to the next section is the divider. Again, we will select the edit button, and on the left hand side we have all the options to edit. We can change the style of the divider, the width, the alignment, and so forth. In the style section we can change the color, the weight, which will be the width or the height of the divider, and the gap. In the advanced section we can change the margin and the padding. Moving on to the next section will be the basic gallery. Selecting the edit button, we will have the window on our left appear yet again. As you can see, we currently have our images selected here, and we're able to edit it by selecting the pen icon. This will open up a new window displaying our gallery. Here we're able to drag and drop to move images to a certain order. We are also able to remove by selecting the cross icon. If we wish to add to the gallery, we will simply select Add to Gallery, and we can choose images from our media file, or we can choose an image from our computer and upload it. Moving forward, we can choose the image size as what it should be displayed at. We will leave this as large for a clearer image. We can change the columns. We have currently set it to 4. If we change it to 8, you can see that the number of images should double per column, my apologies. Moving forward, we can select the link. For this, we will leave it on the media file, and we will select Lightbox as default and order by default. Again, we can change this order to random so that the images are randomized each time you load the page. Moving on to the styles section, we can change the spacing. We have currently set it to custom, and I've set it to 4. This is the spacing between the images, and we can increase it if needed. As you can see, it is now 10 and there's more spacing. We can also add a border type, which is not required, as well as change the styling for the caption. Moving on to the advanced section, we can add margin and padding, as well as motion effects, background, border, the positioning, responsiveness, and so forth. Please note that again, this is more for in-depth development, and you will not be required to change any settings here. Lastly, once we are happy, we will select Update, and now the changes will be saved to your gallery.